All right, another day, and today I decided to do the clean on the bottom portion of the windshield and under the windshield, and some drains, because since the drains are here now, the water does not drip inside the computer box, and underneath the computer box it drains outside. So I could finally do it. This isn't secured yet, but I did manage to remove the stud, one broken stud. I don't remember which one. That one, I think that was broken off. The bolt broke. Usual situation. I'm not putting the filter in there yet, so before I put in the plastic trims. And that's the broken stud here. That took a little bit. It actually broke twice on me, but I'm gonna use stainless steel bolts and obviously lubricated. The wiper situation, that's what I'm actually going to do now. Obviously, I'm going to take it all apart and lubricate and re-grease it. I'm going to check up on the gear that's underneath. If the gear is still okay, then I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to lubricate it all, because as you can see, the old lubrication, 30-year-old lubrication is still there, believe it or not, but the rust is already developing because it's old, a little bit of rust. So that all to be re-greased. And the wheels here, this is the transmission, if you will. There is also gearing in here. That also would be a good idea to open up and re-grease. So, and of course paint. I'm gonna paint all these covers. I'm also thinking about the rubber. I'll wait until it dries, because I have to still clean it there. I want to see what color it will become once it's all totally dry, because that is semi-visible if you open the hood at least. And if this is all nice and painted, and you're gonna have like nicely painted plastics and then dull and weathered out rubber seal, that would look kind of weird. So I have to scuff this up a little bit. And yeah, so while this is all drying, I'm gonna get to the gears on the wiper itself. All right, well, we'll move on. Okay, let's take a look at the wiper assembly now. The frame. So this one was just dirty. Just painted it real quick. Just a couple of layers. Nothing crazy, just because since it's removed, might as well. The seal. The seal itself is going to remain as it is. I just washed it, and it actually looks decently well. After all these years, the color is there, so it isn't weathered much at all. So I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Let the seal to be where the way it is. The transmission, or not transmission, some sort of a mechanism, right? This is the one that extends the wiper blade in and out, and it also turns with the wiper itself. Also a couple of sprays of the paint on just right over. The gear is in great condition. I don't see any issues with the gear. Looks very nice to me. No signs of deterioration of any kind. Here I'm going to put in some grease, but it moves very, very freely. That's good. The teeth here, they're also they are in very nice conditions. I mean I don't know. I mean, this is 1994 built, and they're just turned out to be pretty much excellent. So no need to replace these two gears. I don't see a reason for. Nice factory clean. No signs of any deterioration as well. Like I said, no cracking or anything like that. So very good. The linkage here, that one, yeah, maybe I'll spray it just to cover the rust. Might as well. Yeah, maybe I'll spray it like all black or something. Yeah, just right over the way it is. So I can't lubricate the junctions here because those are riveted, so there's nothing I can do. This one moves extremely freely, so I'm not bothered with that. And the actual motor, I was very surprised to find a bunch of grease that is still good, so I'm going to just close it back up and call it a day. And even the seal is still intact. Now, this is quality that was back in the days. Nowadays, forget about it. Back in the days, 30-year-old grease, I'm trying to still nice and pliable. Like, it's very good condition. So I'm leaving this as it is. Just gonna submerge it in there and just leave it. So yeah, now good luck to me assembling this whole thing so it actually is set right, because these things are on splines, so if you move the whole assembly by one spline, you'll have problems. Also thinking of replacing the O-rings, right? I'm probably gonna go and see if I have any of these same size O-rings, and I'll install the new ones. And like I said, off I go for the reassembly, and hopefully everything will line up the first try. Usually never happens the first try. You have to take it apart again and move the gears, because either the wiper doesn't get to the location where it needs to be, or extension doesn't extend at the right timing. So that's what happens. All right, so let's see what happens next. Okay, so now it's time to test the fruits of my labor here. Now, right off the first try, I got the setup correct, all lined up perfect. As you can see, wiper moves exactly correct. It is very nice. I'm so happy, because sometimes you have to take the linkages apart and this and that. It's just forget about it. Now, it's just installed temporarily because I still have to tighten up the bolts on the linkage. You just let it run just to make sure that the wiper is set up correctly. So I should be fine. It looks fine. Then we're going to install the relay back, because I just pulled it out so I can connect the actual motor to the relay real quick, and if I need to disconnect it, then I can, because it sits down under. You also have to separate the connector itself to separate two plugs here, and yeah, that's that. The cowl here, I'm just gonna clean it up. I don't think I'm gonna paint the cowl, because I have to say, paint gods, they were like furious on me for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't do anything. I was a good boy. I was painting these covers for like 3 times. I had to repaint them the way they came out. I mean, the wiper arm and the trims. So the way they came out, they came out. I have no more strength to repaint it. 3 times I had to repaint it, because there was always something going on. Either there's a run, there's this, there's that. I'm not going to even, like, you know, wet sand it. I'm gonna just leave it as is, because they're like, you don't really see them much. So I took away a scratch as much as I could. As you can see, there's a little concavement here. That's where the scratch used to be. It was very deep, so I had to take down quite a lot of material. And I have a run. You see what I mean? I can't win with this. I mean, now I have to actually polish this, wet sand this. Well, the good news is that this can always be removed. The big part here, this cover, I do want to install, because that little piece that comes out without disassembly, so it just clicks on and off. I did not break any tabs. If I need to repaint it, I can always repaint it. The tabs here are intact, so we're good here. So now I'm gonna finish up with the with tightening the wiper assembly and clean up this piece and start to assemble this. I want to put the air filter in and the air cleaner cover on, so it just covers outside from the inside. All right, so I guess that would be all. I don't think there's going to be any other updates for today, because this is pretty straightforward now. Just put it all back together and call it a night. The sun is coming down. It's Friday, so you know, I'll try to wrap it up and have a little bit of time for myself today. All right, so this is it. Victor here, RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.